Essentially, it was a dismal negative 8.76%. How's it going? It's Rocky. Happy New Year's Eve, everyone. Welcome to week 52 of our Don't Lose Money Challenge. And basically, I want to thank everyone who's been following my journey this year. It's been quite a up and down year. And basically, my goal is just to run through what trades I did for the week and also how we did for the year. So here is our account statement starting from Sunday, December 26th to today, Friday, December 31st. If we look at the description here, you can see that I did trade a whole lot more than usual. And I basically cumulatively traded up to 17 contracts, which is the most that I could do with the micro futures. And as you can see here, I did deposit $200 to the account, and basically I did that so I don't get a margin call on Monday. So didn't end it the way I would have liked to end 2021, but it's all right. At least I know how to manage my deficiencies and my risks a lot better now. So essentially for our ending cash for the week, it was $19,871.38. However, since we deposited $200, we'll subtract that from the total. And essentially our starting cash was $21,561.10. And that gave us a weekly total of negative $1,889.72. So definitely not a good stat to end the year. And basically divide that by 40-hour week, essentially I was pretty much paying $47.24 to be doing this if it was a 9 to 5 40-hour week. And for the percentage on this, basically negative 18, actually let's clear that. Negative 1889.72 divided by a starting cash of $21,561.10. That, let's multiply that by 100. Essentially, it was a dismal negative 8.76% for the week. So if you check out the link above, I did something similar as a mid-year review on how I'm doing for the year. And basically on our mid-year, we were at around $16,000 of net profit for the year, which was quite good actually. And I just really want to show you the roller coaster ride or I've had to experience for the year. I'm just going to go through this Excel sheet really quickly. Basically, I measure myself with my cash balance and I try to track it every week. I used to do it daily and that really got a bit convoluted. Weekly just made it a lot. It was a good balance that made it easier for me. And basically what I measure is my starting cash for the week and compare that with our ending cash for the week. And then that will come up with our net delta, which is basically how we did for the week. And what I added some columns here, essentially, if I made some deposits or some withdrawals. So basically on our net deposit withdrawal here, I had it green if I withdrew money, because that was a good thing, right? I was withdrawing money. But of course, it was a red if I was depositing money into the account. And, with this type of calculation, it just made it easier for me to really see how I was doing every week. And then I had a running total just to see how I was doing. And as you can tell, 2021, I pretty much started the year pretty slow. Our running total was down to negative 1,248. And if you pay attention to percentage wise, it was pretty erratic the way I used to trade in the first half of the year. I've had gains of 48%, 47%, but I've also have gains of negative 31% and negative 24%. So it's like, even though I was making more money, it wasn't actually comfortable trading because I had to withdraw money to basically survive. And that had to change towards the end of the year. As you can see here, I've highlighted pretty much, the highest on our cash balance our portfolio got was 28,000, and that was on week 11 in March sometime. And then I highlighted here on our running total basically at one point we had a net profit of $20,600, so $20,647 on week 18 in May. So that was quite good. And then the trouble started pretty much in the summer. So in the summertime here, from week 19 to about week 29, it's pretty much when I pretty much blew up my account from here. You can see that from 20,000 running total that we had, we got down to essentially $5,337. So if I were to do the total pretty much from that 20,000, I ended up losing 15,000 in a matter of 11 weeks. Or maybe I shouldn't say I lost 15,000 in 11 weeks. I gave back 15,000 in 11 weeks. So this is pretty much my pivot point here in week 30 in July. So again, summer did not bode well with me. And it was pretty much starting in July that I pretty much changed my strategy. I had to change from doing this full time to something else and basically look at other options to survive. And I started to also focus more on risk management and really being consistent. And I pretty much just traded at night mostly, slower. I switched to a micro from an E-mini. And it was through this process that basically I grew the account from, having a net profit of 5,000 to going all the way up to 15,000 before this bit of a screw up on the last week. But I'm quite proud of it. It was, a 19-week winning streak at one point. The last 2 weeks, again, it was a bit erratic only because I think I had too much time in my hands and I tried to trade during that day because, I was on a holiday shutdown and I just really had to adapt my style a bit more. But anyway, happy to say that it was a positive year. So for 2021, we have a grand total of $13,238.04. So as a side hustle, I think that would be a good amount, a little over 1,000 per month. And with how the features are with the 60/40 and how you're taxed, look it up. It's pretty interesting. It's one of the reasons why I do trade the futures. It's not too crazy that I have to worry about short-term gains. Okay, something I did want to do here is just to point out how many red weeks versus green weeks we had for the year 2021. And this is where we'll use Excel. Pretty amazing with all these formulas. We'll use the COUNTIF function. So COUNTIF, essentially we're looking at our net delta for the week. So that's column I. So from column I, row 68, all the way to the end of the year. So right there. So I-68 to 119. And that's our range. And pretty much our criteria is if it's less than 0. Close that parentheses. And basically we had 13 red weeks. And for green week, we'll just, copy the same formula here. So equals that. But this time what we'll do is if it's greater than 0. So we had pretty much 13 red weeks and 38 green weeks. You can see that's only a total of 51, but that's because we had 1 week that we did not trade at all. So I guess you could say I took a 1-week vacation from trading. That would bring us to 52. But wanted to point out here, our winning percentage really is 38 divided by 52. And let's change that to a percentage. 73%, which is pretty good. I'm quite happy with that. But the problem with my trading is, of course, my red weeks. It's those red weeks where I pretty much held on too long in the first year. You can see I've had one of my worst week was a loss of 8.9 thousand. But I think I've gotten better on that on the second half of the year. And hopefully for 2022, it'll be a much, much better journey. I have some goals for myself. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to call the playlist or the journey just yet, but I do appreciate everyone just following my journey here. And hopefully, you have a great, happy New Year's Eve. Hopefully your trading has been great also. And if not, 2022, hopefully, this will be the year that you pretty much pivot or, get into the cusp of it. Basically, just be patient with your process. Don't try any new things all the time. Just trust the process and, focus on risk management. But at the end of the day, as long as you're having fun, which is one of the main reasons why I do this, then you're winning at the end. All right, again, happy New Year's Eve. Please do like and subscribe. If you haven't, give me another chance, and hopefully you'll enjoy our 2022 journey and you have a good one. All right, see ya.